Good morning. I'm pleased to welcome you to FHFA's 5th outreach event on the Home Affordable Refinance Program, otherwise known as HARP. Now, before we turn to the details of HARP, I would like to acknowledge a couple of people in the room today. Mr. Koller is the Director of Real Estate Finance and Housing Assistance for the City of Newark.
Thank you. And on behalf of Mayor Ras Baraka, I want to welcome you to the lovely city of Newark. Newark, as we know, for the most part, has a lot of struggles with respect to in the area of finance. And one in particular is the mortgages that we carry in the state of New Jersey. Foreclosure is a major issue. I welcome the panel. Mel Watt, the director. Welcome to our fair city. And I look forward to a engaging and interesting dialogue among us all.
So now I'm really excited to share with you the details of the Home Affordable Refinance Program, because HARP provides a unique opportunity for homeowners who continue to pay their mortgages. They owe more on their mortgage than their home is worth, but they continue to make their mortgage payments, and HARP is designed just for them. So with HARP, these homeowners can refinance their mortgages through a simplified process, which we call a streamlined refinance process, and HARP enables them to save hundreds of dollars a month by refinancing to a lower mortgage rate. And our estimates show that New Jersey homeowners who have refinanced with HARP have saved about $220 a month as a result of that. And that's $2,600 a year. That's a significant amount of money savings to a homeowner. So the program numbers are good, but we believe that there are many more families out there who can benefit from HARP. In New Jersey alone, there are 20,000, that's 20,000 homeowners in New Jersey who are both eligible for HARP and have a financial incentive to refinance. But we believe that if homeowners are provided with the facts, they will make the good decisions. And we also believe that the people in this room are the right people to build that trust and to help us get the word out. Now, this initiative is so important that the director of FHFA is here today. Please join me in welcoming the director of the Federal Housing Finance Agency, Mel Watt.
I want to welcome you here. I'm delighted to be here. I like these events because I'll tell you why. We have a number of opportunities to help people who are struggling with their mortgages. But typically, most help is provided to people who have defaulted on their mortgage. They're a month behind, 2 months behind, 3 months behind, sometimes a year behind. But the HARP program is different. In order to be eligible to refinance under HARP, you have to be current in making your mortgage payment. Now, I said I like this program, and the reason I like it is because of all of the people that I would think I would want to reward during this meltdown that took place around mortgages. It's the people who stayed the course. They're still struggling. Their homes are still underwater. Yet, when we call them on the phone and say, we got this deal for you, they say, oh, no, no, no. You told me not to fall for these scams, which we did tell them not to fall. We're committed to that proposition. You should never fall for a scam. And this program sounds too good to be true. They don't believe that we can save them money. But we can. So we need you to deliver the message to them that this is not a scam, that this is something that will benefit you, maybe $2,000, $2,500, in some cases $3,000 a year. I came to beg you all to be our trusted partners because I know that the citizens of Newark trust you a lot more than they trust me. I need you to tell them that we can help. and we will help if they will take the first step and help your neighbors and friends in your communities help us stabilize their neighborhoods. Thank you so much.
Perhaps Robert from Fannie Mae, if you could answer for us the specific eligibility criteria for HARP.
Yes, it's actually quite simple. From an eligibility perspective for HARP, it really comes down to a couple quick things. One is that the loan had to be originated prior to May 31st, 2009. From a payment perspective, what we're looking for is that the borrower has made all their mortgage payments in the last 6 months and only had up to one time 30-day delinquent in months 6 through 12. So it's pretty simple when we look at it that way. In addition to that, just from an eligibility perspective, we get questions all the time. Well, what is the minimum FICO that I need or the borrower needs to have? And really, there is no minimum FICO.
If you could tell us how the people in the audience can help the lenders in the outreach and getting the word out to homeowners.
So our challenge has been to reach those consumers. Once we reach those consumers, we're able to provide them the right direction and assistance in making an educated decision. But it's just getting them on the phone or getting them to call us has been this biggest struggle that we've had. So the folks here can help us with that.
And then the groups in the audience, community-based groups, if they have volunteers, and many of you do, we should be at VITA sites and in front of tax centers right now when people are paying or getting their taxes prepared, telling them about programs. Churches need to be doing bulletin inserts, telling congregants that the program's available.
My question is about the interest rate on the HARP.
What we do from our perspective is take the time to walk through all of the options with the consumer, talking about what their current interest rate is, what their potential rate is, their cost to refinance, and do an analysis with them to provide them the data to make an educated decision. Rates right now, as we talked about, are much lower. We still have people with 6-7% interest rates. They don't necessarily have to go into a longer term loan. They can shorten their term or go into a like term.
I got jerked around several times on several different programs, and I'm behind 5 years.
I just mentioned that HUD certified counseling agencies are places that you should be looking to for help, not necessarily people on the internet that promise you or mail you or call you. Make sure if you're going to a helping entity, not a lender in particular, you go to a HUD certified
I
counselor.
have done that. It was always something I didn't qualify for.
Our focus here today is HARP, but there's also HAMP, which is the Home Affordable Modification Program. The primary goal of the program is to get you, it's for folks facing a hardship, who are delinquent or behind on their mortgage or facing a hardship. And they try to modify your mortgage so it's affordable for you.
For any borrower who is 90 days or more delinquent, if the loan is owned by either Freddie or Fannie, you can qualify for a streamlined modification. So there's no documentation for it. It does offer principal forbearance in certain cases. So it's not an actual reduction, but it is a forbearance. And on a month-to-month basis, it will give you the same relief.
How can you tell if you have a Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac loan? You want to explain that to folks today?
Right, so you can actually go to FreddieMac.com,
Or from a Fannie Mae perspective, knowYourOptions.com.
right, and you actually will come into a site, you simply put in your address, and it will tell you whether or not either one of us own the loan. And then actually in both of our websites, we have all of the descriptions of the modification programs, the refinance programs, et cetera, that we offer. So you're not reliant on someone else to be able to tell you. You can self-educate and then be able to say, this is what I want, and tell me what else I would qualify for.
This is a wonderful program that my husband and I just went through, but I live in a neighborhood. Within 2 blocks of my neighborhood, there's at least 6 vacant houses.
Both FHFA as well as all of us here are very, very sensitive to the issues that are happening in individual neighborhoods who have been, in certain cases, decimated by the foreclosure crisis. We have a full suite of programs that can help people if they are able to pay a mortgage payment. If they're not, we can work with them to sell the property, even if it's worth less than what they owe.
One, because I'm extremely passionate about the HARP program, but two, I think that there's some valuable information in here that I want to get out. If your loan was modified previously, you can HARP as long as you meet the HARP criteria. So whether you took advantage of a modification through one of the GSEs or a HAMP modification and now you are eligible for HARP, you could take advantage of HARP. Just because your current lender, your current servicer won't help you, that doesn't mean you can't go to another lender out there. From a Fannie Mae perspective, we have a scrub list of lenders across the country posted on knowyouroptions.com. If your lender does not work with you or doesn't want to work with you, go to knowyouroptions.com, look in your local area and pick a handful of other lenders that are more than willing to help you refinance the mortgage. I'm going to challenge every single person in this room, whether you're a homeowner, a congressperson, a counselor, you are all trusted advisors, right? You all know somebody who can take advantage of HARP. So go out there and help us with this information.
I have consumers today that we are finally getting through HARP that we've made 7 or 8 or 10 attempts to get to before we've reached them and gotten them comfortable with what it is. So again, as we talked about at the beginning, helping us and helping the lenders or helping the consumers get to the right people is key.
One of my experiences, or many of the experiences, is that many lenders are not educated about what you're talking about.
We do train servicers. We do monitor and measure their performance. But we can't guarantee that the first person that you talk to is going to be the right person and be completely educated. But if you stay after it as that intermediary for a borrower, you will get to the right person.
So as we wrap up, I just wanted to point out that we have shared a lot of information today, a lot of eligibility criteria, we've shared numbers. All of that information is available on the website that we've set up for this program. So please check out www.harp.gov. I do want to thank everybody for coming out, for supporting this event. We're sure we have the right people here with us, and we appreciate your support. Thank you. Thank you.